Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Athlete. This is episode number 20. Actually, I forgot. Let me double check. Episode number. We are up to episode number 29. So, episode 29. What we're going to be talking about today are ankle braces, any type of assistance that you can use for your training, whether that's running, weightlifting, no matter what you're doing. If you're using some type of assistance or some type of brace to help put you into a certain position or to prevent pain, okay? So whenever we're relying on braces, whether that's ankle braces for netball, that is knee braces for, or knee sleeves for lifting, a weight belt, wrist wraps, shoulder brace, you name it. Whenever we're relying on these things to help put us into a particular position or to remove pain or to help us with pain, what's happening is that means that there's an underlying issue there which hasn't been solved, and we're using that as a band-aid fix to help treat the symptom rather than actually treating the underlying cause. Now, you might think, yes, it's easier to go out and buy a set of wrist wraps or buy an ankle brace because it's not going to stop you from rolling your ankle, getting sore wrists, etc., etc. What you'll find though is that they will actually help to feed the problem. So similar to the episode we did, I think it might have been the first episode on shoes, what we're doing is enclosing that particular joint, not allowing it to go through full range of motion, not allowing it to strengthen and to move. It actually gets a heap tighter. So that the ankle, the wrist, etc. will start to really tighten up because it's not having to work as hard as what it normally would because it's not going through full range. Now, specifically, we'll talk about ankles. If you're playing netball, basketball, any type of running sport and have an ankle brace on, what that's doing is not allowing your ankle to go through full range. It's not allowing your foot to be able to move as freely as what it could. It's not allowing you to absorb impact as well, so there's more likelihood of calf tightness, calf cramping, even shin splints because the impact on the floor is going to be a lot harder. Also means that you're not going to run as fast, you're not going to be able to run as efficiently because your foot is constantly smashing into the ground rather than actually being able to absorb the ground with your ankle. So if you do have issues with a particular area, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, what we need to do is we need to work on regaining range of motion in that area. We also need to work on strengthening it as well. So you need to have a set of exercises set aside for you, which are to be able to increase the amount of range in that joint. So if it has been injured at some point, which is more than likely why you have the brace in the first place, if it has been injured at some point, being able to regain full range of motion to get it back to normal, also being able to strengthen it up. Often you'll find it's the smaller muscles which need the strengthening, which need a little bit more blood flow and a little bit more effort to help strengthen them up because they're taken over by the bigger muscles. Okay, so we need to make sure we strengthen up those little muscles, the supporting muscles, make sure the joint has full range of motion and it's ready to go. So long term, we want to be able to, it's okay to use braces and things short term, but if you have pain or discomfort at a particular time, but you should have an aim or a goal of getting out of it and not having to rely on it all the time. So every time you go and squat, you shouldn't have to grab knee sleeves. Every time you go and play netball, you shouldn't have to grab ankle braces. Every time you go and squat, you shouldn't have to have your weight belt with you. Okay, you should be able to do all these movements without the supporting stuff. It should be more of a short-term thing that you're using to get past a particular point to help you. Maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable, but long-term, something you want to work to be getting out of. You should be doing exercises, mobility exercises, strengthening exercises to help that particular joint or area, and then moving on from there. So keep that in mind. Look at all the things that you use. Look at all the stuff that's in your sports bag or gym bag, all the braces and aids that you do use, and see if you really need them. And number two, if you do find that you do really need them at the moment, what exercises are you doing right now to help you get out of them? So that is something, some food for thought for this week. So have a search through that bag, see what you don't need, get some exercises together to help improve those ranges of motion. So have a great week.